morning, Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: the Arab League urges Syrians to uphold tolerance following the fall of Assad.
As well, Dubai might become a walking city.
Also, why Brad Pitt was on the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix podium last night, and the major F1 FOMO you may have experienced because of all of the celebs down there. It was wild.
Of course, and as well, if you are planning to rent a house in 2025 and are expecting the prices to go down, you might want to stay tuned for this because rent prices are going up high.
I'm not here for that at all. What we are here for is the cooling temperatures, because today you could expect highs of 30 degrees Celsius and humidity at an average 53%. It's nice and cozy, hence we've got our cozies on.
Oh yeah, we are. Everyone in the office, by the way, is like in their sweaters. We are for the vibes, and it's very exciting.
It's so funny. Like, as soon as the temperature drops, it doesn't even matter if it's that cold. Like, in comparison to other countries, this is a summer's day in Ireland, by the way. But we're like,
we're like, oh my god, it's really cold. It's really cold. Any excuse to just like wear our cozy sweaters and outfits and fits. I mean, have you seen the TikToks of like, oh, the moment it touches down a bit below 20 degrees in Dubai, everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna get my sweaters.
Get the winter wardrobe out.
Literally.
Speaking of cold, someone's got a cold heart. And actually, we're gonna jump into the story, but like, first of all, to this groom who fell victim to this wedding fraud.
Oh my God.
Our heart goes out to you. He went into an online relationship for 3 years.
3 years.
He was talking to this woman, allegedly a woman, for 3 years. He paid 70,000 rupees to her family for like a pre-wedding, which is about 3,000 dirham, I think, for like a pre-wedding thing. And then 150 Baratis, which I believe is the groom's side of the wedding, travel to Moga, a city in Punjab, for the wedding.
And then there is no wedding.
She's not there. She doesn't exist.
See, that's why I tell everyone to not trust online relationships. Because if you don't see a person, fine, like I understand a lot of people will come at me like, oh my God, but how do you meet people and all of these things? Yes, you can meet people, but if you haven't seen the person, how do you get married to them?
But if they live, you know what? I actually understand the groom's side, because he lives in Dubai. He probably wanted to find, you know, when you're looking for that perfect match of like religion meets family standards, family approves, and she wasn't here. So therefore he started the long relationship, and he spoke to her dad.
Well, her dad might be another scammer, you know, like they're probably, it's like two best friends. It's like they want to scam, I don't know, someone who lives in Dubai, because if you live in Dubai, apparently everyone thinks like, oh my God, you have a lot of money, right? And they're like, oh yeah. And then that poor guy fell victim for that scam. And that's why I don't trust any online.
You know, there are these bot farms. Like literally you said it could have been a guy and his friend, it might have been, but they have, I read this report of like hundreds of people who are held against their will, literally starting these online relationships with people around the world. I read about a man who was 70 years old, fell in love with a woman in another country, paid for his house to go and live with him, sold his house in the UK, went to live with this woman. He arrived in the country, the house was gone, the money was gone, and she didn't exist. Meet the person. Meet the person.
There was
oh, so sad.
There was a show which was called 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I don't remember her name specifically, but she was dating a guy, and she went all the way in her car from her city in the United States to another city, which, by the way, like we know, like cities are very far away from each other in the United States. And she kept on like ringing him. She went to his door, she waited, and he just didn't open the door for her because like he was not even there. He didn't even exist.
On the show?
On the show. And I remember watching it like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, if he did not reply to you, if he did not call you, or if he did not even pick up, then why would you go all the way to another city to see him? But yeah, these things do happen because like actually online, like we don't even trust products online. So why would we trust someone that we met online?
Look, our heart goes out to this man because no one deserves that. He would have been
course.
so excited for his wedding, his new wife, and to those scammers,
Yes.
you're getting peskier and you're getting smarter, but you're ruining people's lives. Monday morning, we have a lot of big stories to get through. Thank you so much to everyone tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. We also go live in podcast format. So if you would like to hear the show later, maybe on your drive home from work, that's where you'll find it. Let's jump into our top stories. The Arab League urges Syrians to uphold tolerance following the fall of Assad. The Arab League has stressed that the current critical phase requires all Syrians to embrace the values of tolerance and dialogue, safeguard the rights of all components of Syrian society, and prioritize national interests above all else. This follows opposition forces declaring Syria liberated from the rule of President Bashar al-Assad. The former president in question has reportedly fled Damascus with no information yet as to which country will receive him.
Now, in a statement issued on Sunday, the League reaffirmed that persevering Syria's territorial integrity and sovereignty, as well as rejecting all forms of foreign interference, remain central pillars of the Arab consensus on Syria. By the way, which must be upheld and defended. Now, the General Secretariat called on all regional and international powers committed to stability and support the Syrian people in navigating this challenging transitional phase, including by lifting any sanctions to enable Syrians to pursue border opportunities.
The Arab League underlined its unwavering commitment to supporting Syria, a nation with a rich history and significant contributions to human civilization, in overcoming this current phase as peacefully as possible.
Now, we have seen a lot of people celebrate the liberation from Bashar al-Assad, and as well there are a lot of videos of people celebrating in Dubai al-Mamzar, and as well in Sharjah with upholding the flag, the three-star flag, his downfall. However, as you said, we only wish them peace, and what's going to be next, we don't know yet. But I just hope for a peaceful nation.
So true. I just feel like governments come and go, but as people, the population, sometimes I just feel like you're pawns to what's going on. And as you said, it's an uncertain time, and we just hope for peace for the people. Let's bring things a little closer to home. A nice little announcement over the weekend.
Well, speaking of how the weather is becoming better, Dubai is set to become a pedestrian-friendly city. So yes, Dubai will soon transform into a year-round pedestrian city. Now, as His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid approved the Dubai Walk Master Plan, that will transform the city into a year-round pedestrian-friendly city with 3,300 kilometers of new walkways and 110 pedestrian bridges and underways.
Wow.
I know.
3,300 kilometers of new walkways and 110 more pedestrian bridges. I've seen these videos of people from their buildings. They're always taking photos. They share them with us on Lovin Dubai, and we don't always share them, of people crossing streets where there's no pedestrians. But this obviously is going to change that.
I mean, to be honest with you, I would definitely. The other day I was telling my friend, what if Dubai would become a pedestrian city? And I woke up to this because I really would want to know. I really envy people who live in London, people who live in Europe and other countries, because like they walk to the mall, they walk to school, they walk to their work, and I'm like, I'm jealous of you. There
are pockets. I believe like JLT is a pocket that's pedestrian. If you live there and you work there, then it's pedestrian. I used to live in Marina, worked in JLT.
Yeah,
it's pedestrian. It was amazing, but from one area to another, but you always do public transport to get the faraway distances.
For sure. I mean, I don't know. We shall see.
Well, we shall see, because the first stage of the plan involves 2 key routes in Al Ras and also near the Museum of the Future. The Al Ras historical route will include shaded rest stops, climate control tech, Dubai being Dubai, art displays, greenery, and more. Innovations like microclimate control technology will be used to make the route walkable every year, all year round. There will also be interactive technology that announces the history of the place that you're walking through.
Now, the Future Loop is set to be developed in the Museum of the Future area and will be completed by 2026. It will be an iconic elevated 2 kilometers walkway that connects 10 key attractions in the area. There will be air conditioning and shaded green open spaces to keep it walkable all year round. I mean, we redefined the concept of mobility and quality of life, said His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. Now, the Future Loop project will benefit 250,000 residents across 7 areas, cut travel time from 8 to 3 minutes, and promote modern, healthy environments. I love that. I really do. I mean, I really hope that my friend is watching, because I want to tell him, like, I told you so. I really did, because like, he was like, what? Dubai, a walking city? No way. Well, there's way.
There's been conversations year on year about wanting to make Dubai a greener city to live in. The only thing about this is I would walk to Walker 100% because I don't have a family, right? But as soon as you have kids and maybe they're on the school run and stuff, like, regardless of how pedestrianized the city is, when you get to the demographic, I'll watch my words, of people who have families, they're not able to take advantage. But the people who do not have families, this is the best thing ever. Not on the roads in traffic, fresh air in the morning, climate controlled walk routes. Hello, Dubai. Like, so cool.
I mean, to be very honest with you, Casey, is that even if I had kids, I would want them to walk to school. I remember my parents all the time. If
possible, yeah, of course, yeah.
My parents all the time go like, oh yeah, you know what, you are so privileged, Farah. We used to walk to school, we used to do that. I'm like, yeah, well, if Dubai was a walking city, then for sure I would have walked to school. But I don't know if that would be I don't know how will that be applicable, because like there are like highways and everything, and sometimes you will need to pass through the highways to get to work or get to wherever you want to get to. So I'm just like looking forward to that.
2026 is D-Day, which is not that far away. Something that happened last night that is also blowing our minds. Why Brad Pitt was on the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Podium last night. So amidst all of the F1 madness that was going on this weekend, Hollywood legend Brad Pitt appeared on the F1 podium at the end of the race last night. But before we get to that, hats off to all of the people involved in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It was just goosebumps from start to finish. Like, see the videos behind us. Like, every moment was iconic, putting the UAE on a map with a sterling weekend of motorsports and concerts that lure the world's elite. You know, we had Lewis Hamilton having his last race for Mercedes before he goes into Ferrari for 2025. It was the end of the race of the season, the big concerts that happened. It was just, oh my gosh, I had to unfollow people on social media because I was so...
No way.
Yes, because I was like looking at their stories the whole time, like people who had weekend passes. I was like, you're living your best life. Like, it's such a great weekend. Like, every single moment is a buzz, and the energy of Yas Island, you just can't beat it. Like, I've been lucky enough to be there, and it's so great.
You went there?
Like, previously, yeah, because I used to.
Oh my god!
But I used to live in Abu Dhabi, and even if you didn't have tickets, you'd just go to the
race,
the area, and you'd find ways. You could hear the car, you'd see a slip of thing. Like, you could still. That's the beauty of the UAE, by the way. You'll always find a way.
I mean, for sure, you know, like, it's a vibe. It's like a community. Like, even if you don't like racing and you don't like cars, and that's not your vibe, but like, I don't know, like, rooting for your favorite, I don't know, race driver, like, to, I don't know, win or as he's racing, that's like a vibe itself. That's like a thing for itself, right? However, like, I loved the environment, and as well, our colleague Saguna met Alfie.
Yes,
Alfie from Emily in Paris, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so jealous of her, because, like, you know, she said apparently that he is exactly like, his personality is exactly like how he is and during the show.
Oh, like, Saguna, what? If you don't know the show, he is a confident.
He is a confident man. He's a chef's kiss. He really is.
Yeah, interesting. But like, it was littered with celebrities.
I know.
Tim Cook of Apple fame was walking on the pit lane. Terry Crews, Brad Pitt, obviously. Steve Harvey, Robbie Williams, by the way, on a yacht party singing Angels. There's Richard Branson and Supercar Blondie. There's Jason Statham and Tamer Hosni. Like, it was just people from around the world.
It's
chill.
F1 at Abu Dhabi. It's like it's not only like, you know, like it's not only for the UAE, it's everywhere. Everyone hears it. It's an international event.
Yeah.
That everyone's aware of, and everyone wants to come and see and witness and experience it. Even if you even if you just want to meet your celebrities, your friends.
But I
right?
think because of that show on Netflix, The Drive to Survive, Drive to Succeed, it came out like 2-3 years ago. F1 has become a much more popularized sport that like previously people who wouldn't have been fans of F1 now understand the racers. They know more about their personalities. And also the money behind it, by the way, you know, in this year, Mercedes could have gotten up to 130 something million, and overall the prize money is 1.2 to 1.3 billion. So like there's huge purpose. Money. There's huge purpose to all of the races as well. So it's kind of got a little bit of everything, I think.
I mean, honestly, I would love to race. Like, you know, like you look at them racing and you go like, oh my God, that's so cool. I would love to race. I might have went racing this weekend.
Oh, okay.
I went karting and I won. I'm joking, I didn't win.
Where did you go karting? Same thing.
Karting, yeah, no, I actually went karting, but like, yeah, the first 5 seconds I had like an accident, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd like to see yourself on an F1 track?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to manifest it. I'm trying to get it. So like,
I feel like you're talking to someone. What's going on?
No, I mean, I'm like
make a note to manifest.
Manifesting.
On a
oh yeah,
track.
You know what? Like, dear Lewis, please, if you want me, I'm a very good driver. I can race with you. I can just maybe a passenger princess, you know, and I'll just be like.
Would you drive the F1 car if you had the opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you?
Who would want to be a passenger princess? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm actually a little. I'd actually be a little bit nervous about it because they're so fast and they're so expensive. I actually don't know if I'd like to actually drive one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, I tried like karting.
Not the same thing.
Go karting. It's not the same thing.
No.
But like.
It's not the same thing.
I mean, I tried that and I'm like a complete fail.
No, I'm sure you were to fail.
And then. It's like, fine, you know what? I'll just accept my role as a passenger princess and that would be it.
Okay, well, let's accept our roles as people who love the stories of the UAE, even if we're not there in real life to experience them. There's absolutely no shade here, by the way. But if you do, like ourselves, love the stories of the UAE, get yourself subscribed to the Lovin Dubai newsletter. It had a major refresh recently, so if you don't want to be on social media following all of these stories, but you still want your daily dose of news directly to your inbox, you can subscribe now to the Lovin Dubai newsletter.
Well, you will simply find the sign-up link. It's our link in bio on Instagram.
Next up.
Well, next up is rent prices because Dubai rents are set to increase in 2025. So Dubai's rental market is set to see moderate growth next year, with rents expected to rise by around 10%. Now, real estate experts attribute, 10. So if you are planning on moving, don't move.
I'm not.
Don't move.
Not with that news.
Don't move because real estate experts attribute the steady increase to strong demand driven by a continuous influx on new residents into the Emirates. Now, as Dubai's population continues to grow, reaching 3.814 million as of December 10, according to the Dubai Statistics Center, property rental prices are climbing up high.
So keep your eye on high-end areas which are expected to see significant rent hikes due to limited new supply and strong demand, particularly from wealthy individuals moving to Dubai. You know that song, Habibi, come to Dubai. Well, they've all come with their money, meaning rents continue to rise. So meanwhile, outer localities are also bracing for notable increases as residents in the high-end areas now seek more affordable options away from the city's central districts.
Now, some record-breaking rentals highlight the current trends in the market. As the Emirates real estate market evolves, both tenants and landlords will be closely watching these developments. Now, the thing is, this is why Dubai is striving to improve the traffic, right? Because people are moving to more affordable areas and therefore it's crazy traffic in those areas. I mean, throughout the weekend, when we would be driving towards more of the Dera, Garhoud, or even downtown, it's like a city itself. And my mom was saying, why don't they create like the area between Maidan and Dubai Mall and Dubai Design District can be a city itself. You know what I mean? And then like the area in Marina, JLT, and JBR is a city itself on its own, right? And then like the Garhoud, Dera, Mamzar can be
What would happen if there were 3 separate cities?
I mean, maybe they shouldn't be cities. Maybe they should be like, I don't know, like communities. But what would happen is that people would stay there in their own city. People would stay there. Because like, you know, if everything that I want is provided in the area that I live in, that would be more convenient for me than to go all the way to where I want to go.
Well, say it and it will happen, because we know that the city has been intent on making the 20-minute cities. So, and that would be wherever you are in the UAE or in Dubai, you'll have a place to pray for healthcare, school systems within a 20-minute environment. And that is something that they're working on.
They are working on it, and I'm really excited for it because, you know, we just talked about how it is going to become a walking city, right? And that would be amazing to maybe, you wouldn't want to walk all the way from like Dubai Mall to Marina, right? But if there is like a mall that's like next to you, you would walk to the mall, right? And if it's a walking city, that would make it, they would all like come together and contribute together to make Dubai greater.
I'm going to say something really controversial. I already think it is a walking city.
Really? Casey, are you sure? Because
like, depending where you live, if you live near a metro station, like if you live near in a lot of areas you could walk it. So I mean, but like depending where you are, I'm in Production City. I can walk 600 meters to work.
Casey,
but I used to live in Marina, and I was able to walk, grab a metro, walk on the other side. If you live, like if you're able to get yourself, it depends on where your work is, right? And if your work is near a metro or bus line, and you get yourself to a metro or bus line in the area, like there's high-end places to live and there's affordable places to live in a lot of areas around the city, salary dependent. And if you choose your home based on getting yourself close to a metro, and if your work is close to, you could do it.
I mean, we can do it. We don't know, because like we keep on seeing a lot of improvements and a lot of plans and a lot of projects as well, you know, that are being implemented in Dubai to make Dubai greater and bigger. But I'm really hoping that they would create like areas, you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh yeah, this is the Garhoud, or like, let's say like, I don't know, give it a name.
Well, Lovin Dubai area, if we could name it anything.
Lovin Dubai area, exactly. That would be, you know, really
Alfred,
cool.
We're coming for you.
You know, it's like, oh, Lovin Dubai area. Why am I saying it? Yeah, Lovin Dubai area, where like, you know, you can go to this mall, and there is a school, and there is the job Augustus Media, and then there is all of these things around, right? And then people would not really want to get out unless there are like, you know,
live in your bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Live in your 20-minute bubble.
Live in your bubble.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We are.
Okay, it's 8:53 on Monday morning, middle of December. You can see the Christmas tree behind me. Thank you, Millie, who set it up. Christmas vibes are kicking off. It's going to be a busy month until the end of the year. By the way, if you're looking for a place to spend your Christmas day or your New Year's Eve, we've got big lists live on Lovin Dubai. Check it out, because the best tables fill fast and they get pricey, so you want to get the good spots first.
And as well, by the way, you guys, we have a surprise for you. So it's a Christmas surprise, right? And we're going to be maybe starting it tomorrow.
So stay tuned for that for sure. We go live every single morning at 8:30 a.m. See you then. Thank you, Farah.
Thank you, Casey.
Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.